Let me show you how to answer this kind of physics question on the board. The question says, which of the following is not a vector quantity? And we are given four options here. Option A, force. Option B, weight. Option C, displacement. And option D, altitude. To answer this question correctly, first, we need to look at what a vector quantity is. And then from there, we analyze each of the options to see which one fits in. You understand? Now, let us start with the meaning of vector quantity. A vector quantity is any quantity that has both magnitude and direction. In fact, the main characteristic of a vector quantity is direction. So we're going to analyze each of these options to see which one has direction and which one does not have direction. From there, we can pick the correct answer to the question. Let's start with the first one, which is force. What is force? Force is simply a push or a pull that tends to maintain or alter the motion of a body or distort it. When we say we push something, if you're pushing something, that means you're moving that in towards a certain direction. You're moving it away from yourself. That means this is the direction, right? Now, if you are pulling it, you're pulling it towards yourself, and this is the direction of it. So that's to tell you that force has direction. Therefore, it is a vector quantity. We are looking for the one that is not a vector quantity. So force is a vector quantity. Therefore, it is not the correct answer to this question. Now, let us look at the second option, which is weight. What is weight? Weight is simply the force acting on a body due to gravitational pull on it. Now, you may be wondering, what is the direction of weight? Weight acts downward. The direction of weight is downward. That is why if you want to measure your weight, you have to keep the scale on the ground and then climb on it. Why? Because your weight acts downward. Due to the downward action of the weight, you can easily measure your weight when you keep the scale on the ground. You can never see anybody that wants to measure his or her weight. Then the person will just keep the scale on their head or hold the scale on their hand. No, you have to keep it on the ground and climb on it because your weight acts downward. You understand? So weight is a vector quantity because it has direction. The direction is downward. So option B is not also the correct answer to the question. And let's look at the third option, which is displacement. What is displacement? By definition, displacement is distance in a specific direction. Distance in a specific direction. That is what we call displacement. From the definition alone, we can see the word direction there, that displacement has direction. So displacement is also a vector quantity. Therefore, it is not the correct answer to the question. Now let us look at the last one, which is altitude. What is altitude? Altitude simply means vertical distance or height. You understand? From down to up or from up to down. That's what we call altitude. How high something has gone. That's what we call altitude. It doesn't have direction. So because altitude doesn't have direction, it is not a vector quantity. Therefore, option D is the right answer to this question.